Okay guys, back. This time it's going to be a little bonus run. This run was actually recorded before my warps run. And well, you're going to see what it is. I'm not playing right now, by the way. This is some after the fact commentary. But anyway, the run's going to start the same, going through World 1. Except this time, I'm not going to use any warps. Or any real, major glitches or anything like that. This is going to be a strictly, well, I'm going to be playing through every level of the game, as intended. And we're going to see how we do. Well, I already know how I did, since this is pre-recorded. But anyway, going down to world, level 2. And, yeah, getting our fire flower here. Just so we can blast through this part. Yep, just slice and dice our way through here. Except at the end, we're going to do something a little different. We're actually just going to pop right in there and beat the level like normal. And that is going to take us to level 3. World 1-3 to be more technical. So 1-3 is actually, it can be a little bit tough because it's easy to die on. These types of levels are the easiest to lose a life on, just because there's so many pitfalls, and all you have to do is just mistime your jump, and you fall, and you're done. Yeah, well, I meant to shoot a fireball there. But anyway, we'll get to show off this small Mario here. But that's actually not the last time we're going to see that level layout either. It makes a return on 5-3, because they reuse it. Yeah, there's a mushroom here, but yeah, well, I tried. Yeah, and then the fire bars are off sync, so I have to wait a little bit and kind of anticipate them. But still, the level's not hard, especially if you just be cautious like I was there. And that is the first castle done, and that was a fake Bowser. And on to World 2, which is supposed to be, I think, a water world. I think these worlds all have some kind of theme, but I'm not really too sure. This one has like some kind of water theme. You can't really tell right now, because just by this first level, but it'll become obvious on the second and third levels. Getting the star here just because I can't really be bothered to try to get through all those piranha plants without it. And you can almost jump the flagpole there, but not quite. I don't actually want to jump the flagpole though, because I'll get stuck and then I can't finish. So anyway, level 2, this is the one where we go under the sea. And we get to see all of the undersea life that can kill you. There's 2 water levels here. This one is, I think they both use the same layout actually. Yeah, this was just bad luck. I got swamped by enemies there. Those fish are just, they're totally random on where they pop out. So sometimes you can just get a bad pattern and get scissored in like that. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. It's a little easier with fireballs because you can take out the fish, but I lost it, unfortunately. So 2-3 is going to be one where we see the flying fish. So it's like we were under the water, and now we're kind of like above the water, and the fish are still coming after us. So anyway, the flying fish, they come out, it's kind of like, they come out in kind of a pattern, but it's hard to explain. It's like, there's a pattern, but like the timing of the pattern is not always the same. So you kind of have to judge it when you're running. If you just run full speed without stopping, you won't get hit, but you have to jump sometimes, which is the part where they get you. So anyway, moving on to 2-4, second castle of the game. Yeah, getting my fireballs back. It's easy to do here since there's no fire bar. So yeah, some of these parts, if you just run full speed, you'll get the same pattern, because they kind of like start in the same position every time when they get on the screen. And yeah, there we go. That's taking out Bowser with the fireballs. And if you take him out with the fireballs, you can find out that it's not Bowser, it's an enemy in disguise. A Koopa in that case. So anyway, on to World 3. I think this is like a nighttime snow level, snow world. That's what it looks like. Anyway, this is a fun one. It's got some fun tricks we can do. First Hammer Brothers there. They weren't a problem there, thankfully. Another part where I meant to shoot a fireball. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, when you're running, you're holding the B button, and to shoot a fireball, you have to let go and press it, like, immediately after. It's kind of weird. Oh, and here's the famous one-up trick. I'm trying to pull it off here. It does take some finagling here. It takes me a while to actually get it going, but you can get it. So while we're doing this, I can actually kind of say that I can talk about kind of the story of this game, and I think there is kind of more of a story than just the princess gets kidnapped. I think the idea was supposed to be kind of like this, kind of like Alice in Wonderland type adventure where Mario falls into this, mystical topsy-turvy world with all these wacky characters, and he has to kind of fight through it. And here you go, here's all the one-ups. So now we're just going to get a jillion one-ups here. Yeah, that's enough of that. Anyway, moving on. So now, as you can see, we have Crown A lives. And, this is another fun level. You're gonna see why soon. It's just a lot of flat ground. And then at this point, we get a star, and then we can just plow through everything. Yep. And there we go. So unfortunately, 3-3 is another, high in the sky platforming level with a lot of pitfalls. So it's another one that can be tricky. So again, I kind of slow down a little bit just because I don't want to, die stupidly by mistiming my jump or something. There you go. And right there, that's a spot where you can jump the flagpole if you use those little, weight beams, whatever. But I don't want to do that, obviously, because I want to finish the run. Now, surprisingly, the World 3 castle is actually one of the hardest castles in the game, particularly because of these parts, where you got to jump these pits and you have the fireballs coming out. I should say it's the hardest to be fast. I guess if you wait around and take your time, it's not too bad. But it is tough that you have your fireballs coming at you in like two different directions, vertically and horizontally, on that last section there. So anyway, here we're back to 4-1. This is where we end up when we use the warps. So this is gonna look familiar. And yeah, Lakitu is going to try to throw his enemies down at us, but as long as you just run full speed, he'll never get you. Alright. And then 4-2, we've seen this before, but again, we're going to take a little detour. And hey, look at there. Went the small route. So here I'm just being a little wuss and just taking the safe way through the pipe. Because this level does have some really awkward jumps. And anyway, that's gonna do it. And then 4-3, it's another sky level, again. And this one actually has the hardest layout. No, actually, I take that back. It doesn't. The hardest layout is going to come up on World 7. Yeah, just taking it slow. Once you get to this part, it's not bad. Let's do some big jumps. Alright, and then the castle level, this is the part where it's going to be, this is the maze, right? This is going to be the first castle maze. So, yeah, it's going to be top and then bottom. So, yeah, you actually have to backtrack there. Fire bar there, you gotta stop for it. Unfortunately, I have to do it again, because I think as I was jumping, yeah, you don't jump on these parts. If you jump, it'll, for some reason it won't trigger the next section. But anyway, there we go. And there we go, that's World 4 done. World 4 is where the difficulty kind of goes up a little bit, but World 5 is where it really kind of, you know, slams you right in your face. This is where the game starts getting tough. This is kind of like I said, like a daytime snow level. World, I keep saying level for some reason. This part we can get the star to get through everything quickly. But the next couple levels we're not going to be so, they're not going to be so generous. And 5-2 especially, this is where the difficulty really hits you in the face like a frying pan. Because you're going to have to deal with cannons, you got to deal with Hammer Brothers. Yeah, like right here. Yeah, that bullet bill is like on the screen, it wouldn't go away. Thankfully I dealt with it there. Yeah, the rest of this is just staying up above. And yeah, this is how you know you're in the swamp. When they put gaps into the level breaks. Alright. What was 5-3? Oh yeah, this was the repeat of 1-3, but with bullet bills. And the bullet bills, as you can probably guess, are completely random, so you just gotta have reaction time. Oh, and this part, sometimes the second platform doesn't spawn. So sometimes you can just jump straight into a pit if you go too fast there. So that's why I slowed down there, in case you're wondering. So thankfully I didn't get bullet billed on that part. What was this? Yeah, this is like a repeat, but they add some extra obstacles. I got hit there. I don't know. The fire bar was like off sync for some reason. And here we go. World 5 in the bag. And going on to 6-1. World 6 is kind of an interesting world. It's sort of like, I don't know how to describe it, like a Four Seasons world. Like you go through the different seasons. So yeah, this is another Lakitu level. Difference here is that you actually have some weird, like, it's got like a obstacle course layout. And of course I want to get my powers back, so I do have to stop a little bit. Alright, on to 6-2. 6-2 I like to call Pipe Land. It's the one that has the pipes and the piranha plants everywhere. Hey, look at that, we got Crown B now. Or did I get that before? I don't know. Yeah, so you can see the layout of this one is like crazy. So yeah, just kind of looking ahead when I jump, making sure I don't jump into any plants. And then we get wow, what am I saying? We get to have a star here, so that's gonna make the rest of this level a breeze. And then we end on a nice little music glitch. If you listen. And there we go. And then 6-3. Yeah, what's going on here? It's like we went into like the Twilight Zone here. Everything's black and white. But I guess what is it supposed to be like winter time? So it was like it's like 6-1 was like spring, 6-2 was summer, and then this is like winter. I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyway, that's it. That's just kind of like an obstacle course. There's no enemies on that level. It's all just hard jumps. And then what was the castle? Oh yeah, it's actually a repeat of the World 1 castle, but with extra stuff. And yeah, I had no idea how I survived that. That should have been a death. I got so lucky. Anyway, that's that castle done. And then World 7. World 7 is another kind of like water world, but with more crap. So the first one here is actually, yeah, Hammer Brothers and Bullet Bills. It's kind of like it's like a war zone level. There's bullets and hammers everywhere. Got hit by them. Yeah, and then you have a springboard challenge here to get the power up. They make you work for the power ups here in the late game. And then moving right along, 7-2 and 7-3 are actually just going to be repeats of World 2, except they add more stuff. I think in the Game B part of it, like when you play it after you beat it and it gets harder, you have to play like the harder versions of these levels. Yeah, look at this. There's nothing you can do about that. But yeah, you have to play the harder versions even on the early levels. It's just one of the ways they make it harder. What else are we doing here? Yeah. I gotta wait for the fish. I don't have fireballs. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm getting some troll spawns there. Alright. And then again, this next one's going to be a repeat of an earlier level. Except, they throw some turtles in there to trip you up. And the worst part is they throw them like at the edges of the platforms, so like you have to slow down to jump over them. Good thing is if you get the fireballs, you can fireball them. Yeah, that's unlucky right there. Fish was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. So that means, sadly, we're going to have to go into World 8 with no power-ups, which is a pain in the rear, because you want fireballs going into World 8, and they don't give you any power-ups on this level. This is another maze level. Just gotta know where to go. Other than that, it's not bad. This one you gotta go in the middle. And then to the end. Alright, and on to World 8. So at this point, I'm feeling good. I'm at the end of the run. Although I'm sweating a little bit because I don't have powers. I'm just small Mario here. So I do kind of take it slow. I even take the little pipe there. It doesn't take you far, but I just wanted like a little breather. But you're gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil it. This is not gonna be a deathless run. And you're gonna witness what is probably the most heartbreaking death in the history of Mario runs. Yeah, you gotta do some tough jumps there. And then right here, I am in no mood to be fancy. I'm just gonna do it slow. Here we go. And on to 8-2. So we got this Bullet Bill Gauntlet. You can get a power up there, which is good. And you got this junk here. I got lucky there, and that guy fell in the gap. I don't know how that happened. So anyway, going into 8-3. 8-3 is very hard if you don't have fire. And of course, if you don't have like lightning quick reflexes. Because you need one of the two to get through this. Because the problem is you have Hammer Brothers that are just laid out on flat ground. That was unfortunate. And in case you're wondering, you don't get fire if you're small and you get a flower. You just get big. But you'll see at the end here. Here I got lucky; they were both on the same level, so I was able to grab them, and I was able to grab fire. Yeah, so right here you have these Hammer Brothers down here, and like they also jump randomly like that. So if you're just trying to get through them like quickly, or even if you do it slow, it's really difficult. You'd have to get lucky. Anyway, moving on to the castle. And this is, well, this is going to be where tragedy strikes. We'll see what happens. So, I got fireballs, I'm in the castle. You know, life is good at this point. Kind of feel like I got it in the bag. Yeah, and then on this part, we got the fish. And then right here, I miss my fireball and get hit by the plant as it's going down. So, I can still beat it at this point. I mean, I didn't die. Because all I gotta do is get through the final Bowser and the final Hammer Brother here. And then here we go, the final bridge, the axe is in sight, and then Bowser, he just kept coming forward. He just caught me totally off guard. And not to mention I got a bad pattern with the hammers. But anyway, there you go. I think I take one more death here. Yeah, just because I was tilted. But the next one I think I make it through. But anyway, there you go. It's honestly, I really don't feel like going back and trying to do another like deathless run at this. I'll just say that this game is, I mean, unless you just play this game religiously and just know every little nook and cranny, or you know, every little detail about it, it's really irritating to try to do deathless, just because it's so easy to die and so easy to lose a life, and the physics of the game and some of the level layouts make it like you have to be really precise in a lot of your movement. But I don't really feel like trying again. I think I'm just gonna leave this as is. And yeah, here we go. See, this time I'm gonna get it. This time I get a good pattern. Just run under him and grab the axe. That's all I had to do, and I couldn't do it. But that's the end of the game. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more. Till next time.